2014.
Welcome back. And again, thank you so much, Dr. Mohamed Selim Salman, a board member of the Arab Council for Energy and Sustainability. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Basically, this was talking about corporate governance and the idea of governance within entities and enterprises. Could you explain to someone who doesn't understand this, who's not technical, what does this actually mean?
Yes, first of all, I'd like to express my gratitude to to participate with you today. And also by the ceremony of the 6th of October, I'd like to send my greetings to and merciful for the people who sacrifice in the wars of 1973, in October 1973. Why we select this subject or this title? Really, in the day of nation story, I noticed that there are a lot of investment in our sector, especially in electricity and energy sector. And also still there is a lot of obstacles. And even Mr. President mentioned a lot of issues and said, and he has said that, please talk to the public. Let the people understand and to share with you and participate. If they understand, then the solution will be easier.
Yes.
What makes it easier? Corporate governance. We have some of them, of the corporate governance, to make our performance or our company's performance in good performance, but still not completed. So we are looking forward to have a complete corporate governance principle implemented in production and in distribution to make attracting more investors to buy and to share these sectors. Because also in the same time, you can see the tariff of electricity by that we have now. It's endless. Yes. Because a lot of costs will be there, a lot the service is still, and also losses. So many factors impact the tariff. Yes. If we implement the corporate governance principles, that will make the high performance of the management, and there is also the board members monitoring and controlling the management sectors or the people who are running the company. So by this way, we can collect a lot of benefits, not only for the company itself, but also for the customers that we serve.
Yes, but could you somehow explain how to restructure? I mean, I still struggle to understand how corporate governance work. How do you restructure, for instance, an entity to make it more user-friendly, if that's the correct terminology?
Really, there is a law for that also. And we have a financial regulatory authority issued the corporate governance code, Egyptian corporate governance code, with every minor issue is there. But the point here, is this obligatory to the companies? Yes. Or it is just to select or choose? Yes. Yes. So we would like to make it more obligatory. Okay, if it is by and monitored by the Financial Regulatory Authority, FRA, then it will be better in performance and in management, because every cost in the structure of tariff, yes. Okay, this will who will pay? The customer will pay. Yes. But if we are going to the competition market or competitive market by liberalization of the electricity sector. And it is really just start now. There is some, even the law has been issued by the number 87 by 2015, but until now is not implemented because we feel a fear by implementing this law. Yesterday before, there was a workshop with the consultant of how to implement the liberalization of the electricity market, and makes a certain module, P2P, private to private model or business model, and it is not for public, to start all the public. I didn't say that we should start all the companies of electricity in one shot or in 1 year plan, but we have to accelerate, because every day we delay, still we lose a lot. And really, Mr. President mentioned that we collect money on front as a collecting of the cost of electricity in Egyptian pound. However, the company paid this money in euros or in dollar or hard currency. So this is cost a lot on the management of the company. If we have corporate governance, this will be easier process, and also closely monitoring, and also there is internal auditing and external auditing. So it makes some controls in the payments, and some controls in this how we finance our projects.
Yes, but we also saw that I was reading a report about how the Prime Minister had signed or witnessed the signing of an agreement when it comes to green hydrogen. So it seems that there is movement towards generating investment opportunities when it comes to renewable or environmentally friendly energy sources.
Yes, there is. We have certain contracts or agreements. It's first as a MOUs first, maybe still not reached to a certain PPA, for example. PPA has been signed for supply side, for wind and solar, but for hydrogen as a customer or consumer, not yet in what cost. This model should be done from now. Why we make the EETC, Egyptian Electricity Transmission Company, make a PPA with the supplier, who wind and solar, okay? And who will be the off-taker? We don't know. We just know that the EETC will be the off-taker of the supplier. But we need the hydrogen companies also to make this signature or these contracts with a certain wheeling fees, and make the contracts between the private sector as a supplier and private sector as a demand or a consumer. So this will make it easy, because all the burden now on the EETC. And if we make a lot, the estimated or the promising capacity of wind at around 28 gigawatt. This huge number in electricity. And it will be built in a certain far from the consumer, and so you have to reinforce the transmission lines. So this will cost a lot. If we make such corporate governance from now and apply in the generation and distribution, so this and also transmission, so we can make more control, and there is a chairman can control this, and the executives or managing director will take these long-term strategies from the board members, then implement that, instead of now who is the board member, chairman of board member, is he is the same man of the COO, the managing director. So this should be separated in the principles of the corporate corporate governance. This should be separated. But now it is in one gentleman.
Yes.
Okay. So this is also needs to implement it. And I really discussed with the Financial Regulatory Authority some questions regarding that. He said it is not obligatory to the companies.
Yes.
So this will cost us much.
Yes.
But I believe after that, after today, I hope that the message reached to the decision maker, then said, okay, why not corporate governance not implemented in high potential in all the companies of the Ministry of Electricity. One more point.
Yes.
Regarding to this is my point of view. I am not a representative of government or representative of the consumers. This is my experience, as I was working with the Minister of Electricity for around 36 years. So the last job for me was the managing director for performance evaluation of the EHC and affiliated companies. So all the figures are there. I understand them, and the business model of the mechanism of the work of EHC, I know this. So I hope that the corporate governance can be applied perfectly. Even we have a compliance officer now in companies,
yes,
in EHC, and we have raised the percentage of corporate governance, but not
to the level needed.
Yes, to the level needed. This, yes, I agree.
So, sir, what about the idea of corporate governance? Is this related to how the stock exchange, for instance, works? Does it affect the stock exchange?
Sure, they are both together for the stock market and corporate governance. If listed, all the companies who is listed in the stock market, they have a corporate governance in high potential, okay? But what we mentioned now,
yes,
regarding to the companies, the state-owned companies, and has not the corporate governance, so they cannot also go to the join the stock market.
Yes.
And the investor cannot invest also his money in companies like that. But if we have implement the corporate governance, so we raise the confidence to the to the investors, and even to the investor institutional investors also, who will finance if there is a corporate governance implemented. So the institutional investors also can support the companies.
My final question here for you, sir. What about the idea of, like you spoke a little bit about liberalization and the relationship between liberalization and corporate governance. How does this actually affect the energy market? Why are the two related, and why does it affect the energy market?
I want to tell you there is the dilemma here, that the company of electricity wants to, and even the political decision needs to support the company to save or to cover all the cost of the tariff structure.
Yes.
But in the same time, the customers cannot pay with the monopoly market by raising the tariff structure. Then how we can give a reasonable price of tariff, and in the same time cover the cost of the electricity?
Yes.
This is the dilemma. This is here the point. Two issues and in different direction. So if we implement and everyone understand that the company performance and high performance and the decisions have been taken in board members and also in benefit to the company, then this is the reasonable price we have to pay. But if this financing in high capacity and maybe not be used properly, so why I am as a customer, why I pay a cost of poor performance?
Yes.
So we need to improve the performance, yes, to make this balance. Yes, agree with you. Yes.
Well, unfortunately, sir, we're out of time, but thank you so much for joining us and explaining what corporate governance is. Dr. Mohamed Salim Salman, the board member of Arab Council for Energy and Sustainability. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Really, corporate governance makes also risk management.
Yes.
This is very important to avoid any risks. Yes. And what we have makes us or forced us to raise this matter, what have been discussed by the Mr. President regarding in the nation story, success story.
Hopefully we can reach the best levels of corporate governance. Thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate it.
Unfortunately, this brings us to the end of this edition of